that her 22-month-old son Aiden had been. She immediately took him to the hospital.
I'm telling you right now, bro. I would have lost my mind. Do you hear what I'm saying? I would have lost my mind. I would have lost it, shorty. I'm crashing the every single time. Who, what, when, where, and how. I don't give a damn. I'm sliding. Everybody finna.
These exotic boys, smoking exotic ops. You ain't heard about murder boys, we got exotic glocks. Tied to pull up real fast, with a lot of shots. Bitch, I'm feeling just like Mac, I got a lot of guap.
Oh, cause I'm so sick of love songs. But I ain't tired of that doink. Speaking of doink, I'm finna roll up some doink. What y'all on, ski? It's your boy Mac Mula, aka Mr. Mula Mac. I'm back with another video. Got new teeth, brand new AP, and a new city, Miami, ski. You feel me? What y'all on, man? Hope everybody's decent. Make sure y'all go check out my vlog channel, man. I've been turned up over there, my main channel too, my membership channel. I'm showing you how to get rich. Cause I did spend like 200-some thousand for my birthday just cause I was kind of bored. Yeah. So make sure y'all go down to my membership channel, learn how to get you some money on. Hey, check it out though, man. My clothing line is also out too, and the rest of my channels is in the description too. So make sure y'all just go check all out, man. On phone now. Don't tweak, don't sleep. Do I sound different with my teeth? This is literally my probably 48 hours like now that I had them. So still trying to get used to all the mechanics and that shit. But yeah, skate. Do I talk different though? Y'all let me know.
If you've been watching my channel, then you know that I cover Jacksonville a lot. In my time covering Jacksonville, there's been one gang that stands out as a little more wild than the rest. This gang is involved in multiple deadly wars throughout the city and has been accused of committing multiple broad daylight assassinations.
Deadly wars and multiple
in this video,
broad
we'll be
daylight
discussing the gang 1200.
He
but
didn't
before
say
we
murder,
get into
he
the
said
video,
assassination.
please be sure to like and subscribe.
Forget who I am.
1200 is a hood/gang located on the east side of Jacksonville. They are home to smaller, well-known cliques such as S4C, Cuckoo Gang, Cut Circle, and the 187 Boys. Some of their most known members include Spinner Benz, Wappa with the Choppa, J.Breezy, and Little Papa. They have beef throughout the city.
That's their little crew. Okay, I didn't know that. I think I heard of this name like listening to the Jacksonville shit, but I don't think I really I don't remember 1200. Like I just know Foolio and and Young and Ace.
Some of their main beefs include gangs from the 45th Street area, such as 6 Block, made famous by Foolio, and A Block, which contains multiple members that claim 6 Block as well. 1200 also beefs with Head First, 5020, MBG, and YNR, standing for Young and Ruthless.
So they sound like they beef with the whole goddamn city except ATK. Cause I ain't hear him say that.
100 is allied with ATK, NHG, T-Block, and Keep Shooting. As usual in these gang beefs, the tension between these crews would lead to bloodshed.
Y'all might want to hit the drawing board on that one. The death of Prosper, 1200, and Tay, 1200. So 1200 is the niggas that we talking about though, right? Yeah, because 6 Block is fully.
As I mentioned earlier, some of 1200's main beefs are with Head First and the gangs from 45th Street. On October 5th, 2014, a party was being held and members of Head First and 45th Street were rumored to be there. Two 1200 members named Prosper and Tay allegedly heard about it and decided to slide. As they allegedly tried to gun down their ops, a shootout ensued. This shootout would end up going wrong for Prosper and Tay.
So they died on a hit. They came to slide and ended up on the other side. Okay. Rest in peace to them. You feel me? But you got to be ready for that when you go slide, though, man. Just going, a lot of talking like, oh, you just going to do. No, you got to be ready for that shit to go right or wrong. And if it go right, you got to be ready for it to go wrong with the police or with the ops like next week, tomorrow in the morning. You feel me? If it go wrong, you got to worry about dying or getting locked up right there. So it's really not no winning for real. It don't be worth the shit 9 times out of 10 beefing over females and it just be slow, gang. It don't be making no sense for real. Like, it don't not be worth it.
Prosper, real name Prosper Johnson, was tragically pronounced dead at just 17 years old. Tay, real name Deontay Holsey, was tragically pronounced dead at just 20 years old. A member of 45th Street named Bobby Norris was tragically killed in the shootout as well at just 26 years old. 2 women were injured in the shooting but ultimately survived.
The death of Big Desi.
On September 24, 2015, a member of 1200 named Big Desi, real name Kim Desmond Varner, was standing outside of his father's house on the east side when he was shot multiple times. Over 28 evidence markers were placed on the scene, and Big Desi was tragically declared dead at just 25 years old. The police believe that a member of Head First by the name of Lenford was allegedly the gunman responsible for Big Desi's death.
He was from Head
Lenford
First.
was considered one of Head First's main shooters and had a big reputation in the streets. Just days later, 1200 would avenge Big Desi's death.
Days later, shorty. And they got him. And he's supposed to be like the big shooter.
As I just mentioned, Lenford was considered Head First's top shooter. Just a day after allegedly killing Big Desi, Lenford would go sliding again. The police claimed that just one day after killing Big Desi, Lenford killed a 17-year-old named Danielle Williams in 1200 territory. That same night, Lenford...
So he caught a body the next day. He caught another body in the Opps hood. I guess he was feeling himself. I don't know. And then I guess when that happened, phone number 1200 was like, no sir. And I guess they got to get back for that shit.
Life. Lenford was inside of a house when he got into a shootout with a member of 1200 nicknamed Big Chuck, real name Charles.
And Big Chuck probably like, man, you just took 2 of my homie, man. Dad, I'm sliding. You feel me? He probably knew where you lived. The son probably pulled right up.
During the shootout, both Lenford and Big Chuck were shot and were pronounced dead.
Damn, they both died.
Lenford was just 26 years old, and Big Chuck was just 25 years old. It's rumored that Big Chuck was allegedly killed by Lenford's father during the shooting. Following this incident, the violence would unfortunately continue.
PCE and 187 Boyz.
Around 2015, a lot of people from 1200 claimed a group called the 187 Boyz. Some famous members of the 187 Boyz were the rappers Spinner Benz and Wappa with the Choppa. At the same time, many people from the 45th Street area claimed a group called PCE. PCE would later be taken down by RICO charges. It's believed that PCE and 187 were amicable towards one another until the fall of 2015, when a 187 member by the name of D Rose stole firearms from a PCE member named Crackerjack. This incident would eventually lead to a fight.
I seen some shit about dude. I don't remember whose side he was on. I don't know what the hell PCE mean. Maybe y'all could tell me, y'all in Jacksonville. But I seen him though. I think he caught some bodies. But I guess they saying so. This nigga stole some
when a 187 member by the name of D Rose stole firearms from a PCE member named Crackerjack. This incident would eventually lead to a fight, and that fight would cause a war between the two groups. On November 14th, 2015, a fight broke out at a Kodak Black concert between PCE members and members of the 187 Boyz. It's believed that a member of the 187 Boyz by the name of Suge was one of the people involved in this incident. Shortly after this incident, guns would be picked up and fists would be put down.
The death of Suge, 1200.
On December 3rd, 2015, police were called to the scene near Franklin Street after reports of gunfire. Witnesses told detectives that a dark Toyota Camry drove by the intersection once, then returned and stopped. That's when a man rolled down a rear passenger window and fired a rifle. A neighbor said she counted 2 bursts of shots, the second one as many as 10. Witnesses said they saw people running in several directions as the Camry fled north on Franklin. Police said they found a blood trail leading from the front of the home to the rear. On the front porch, the police found a young man shot to death. The man was identified as a member of the 187 Boyz by the name of Suge, real name Avery McKnight. He was only 19 years old at the time of his death. 2 other men were with him during this incident, and they were shot as well. However, they survived their injuries. The shooters in this incident have never been caught, but there are rumors circulating across the internet that members of PCE were allegedly responsible. Following the death of Suge, 187 and PCE would go back and forth, shooting at each other over and over again. 3 weeks after Suge's death, a memorial was held for him on Christmas Day. A member of 187 by the name of Killer Cam testified that during the memorial, several 187 members were on Facebook taunting PCE and inviting PCE members to pull up. Within 10 minutes of posting the message, PCE members drove by and a shootout ensued. No one died in the shooting, but several people were injured, including a child. The crazy thing about this shootout is that according to the paperwork, the rapper Wappa with the Choppa is believed to be the one that accidentally shot and injured the child. About 2 weeks after this, on January 6, 2016, PCE member Cracker Jack's sister's house was shot up. 10 days after that shooting, on January 6, 2016, Killer Cam's house was shot up, and Cam would later go on to testify in court that Cracker Jack and another member of PCE named JB were the ones who did it. 2 weeks later, the unspeakable would happen.
And then they killed his little boy.
As I mentioned earlier, a child was shot during Suge's memorial. The mother of the child testified that...
But see, that's why I don't understand, like, gang. It's not even about being gangster or not, bro. Just think for 5 seconds. Why the f would I go blick up a funeral? You gonna blick up a funeral? Where it's kids and little girls and mamas and old ladies and old uncles and shit. It's more of that than your ops. So why would you go blick up a funeral? I can see if you goddamn wait at the end of the block for the funeral to be over. You feel me? You wait till motherfucker leave. You follow them and leave, and you wear their ass up in the car. I'm not saying none of this shit is right, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, it's a way to do shit, and it's a bogus ass up. No way in hell you should ever do that type. You feel me? Like, blick, and you see kids. It ain't like you don't see the kids. If you blick the kid, you can see the kids, shorty. You can't blick where you can't see. You can't blick around the corner and shit. What? I mean, you can, but you get what I'm saying? And if you're doing that, you're even goofier. So,
at some point, she was notified that Wappa with the Choppa was the one that accidentally shot her daughter. After her daughter was released from the hospital, a PCE member by the name of Rondo allegedly inquired into killing Wappa's baby or somebody in Wappa's family in retaliation for the shooting. The woman declined the offer. Well, on January 29, 2016, PCE members Cracker Jack and JB would come after Wappa. On that day, the mother of baby Aiden, named Tamisha Brown, testified that she picked up her grandmother from work and drove to the grandmother's home on Spearing Street. Her grandmother sat in the back seat with Aiden. When Miss Brown pulled into the front yard of the house, she was greeted by her cousin Wappa with the Choppa. Soon after, a white vehicle pulled in behind her, and the occupants of that vehicle began to shoot at them. Several shots struck Mrs. Brown's vehicle. Miss Brown saw a dark-complexioned black male with a gun in the front seat of the white vehicle wearing a mask. A young, lighter-complexioned black male was leaning out of the rear passenger side shooting a handgun. Miss Brown could not identify the masked shooter, but she identified Cracker Jack as the shooter in the rear passenger side. Miss Brown drove away quickly to escape the gunfire. She then realized that her 22-month-old son, Aiden, had been shot. She immediately took him to the hospital.
Now, nigga. I'm telling you right now, bro. I would have lost my mind. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? I would have lost my mind. I would have lost it, shorty. I would have lost it. I'm crashing the every single time. Who, what, when, where, and how. I don't give a damn. I'm sliding. Everybody finna die. It would take nothing but the God to come from heaven above, nigga, and hold me. That's all he could do. That's the only thing that's gonna save you. I swear to God, cause boy, ooh, nigga, I'm telling you right now, nothing, bro. Ooh, shit, nigga. Oh my God, I don't even have no words. I don't got no words.
Where tragically he would pass away from his injuries. He was less than 2 years old. Cracker Jack and JB would eventually be charged with this murder, and they were both sentenced to life in prison.
And they ass got life.
On July 11, 2018, a member of 1200 named Corbin Johnson left his family home in someone's car that night. This would sadly be the last time he would...
that's why I don't like... That's the real reason why I don't like hearing like crazy situations like that, because when this shit like that happen, oh, it's damn near never stopping. Now the war gonna be going on forever. Because he got a little brother, and his little brother got some friends at school, and they, even though they ain't never met their older cousin or nothing like that, they know that your brother killed my older cousin, so I don't like your ass now. and we ain't finna kick it. So now we get into it. We fighting. We talking shit. We going back and forth. Then they get that high school. Now guns. Really, bro. Nowadays, it's common as hell for a nigga 12 years old to have a switch. 13 years old. Chicago, Jacksonville, Memphis. Oh yeah, these 13-year-old, 14 run around with switches, gang. Easy. Regular day, you hear me? Printing that shit up on a 3D printer at the crib. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, it just be
seen alive. About 1 year after being reported missing, Corbin's skeletal remains will be found in the woods, and the police would investigate it as a murder. The police still have no leads on what happened 5 years later. There are theories out there that he was kidnapped and killed in retaliation for a robbery. However, this has never been officially confirmed.
What the you mean it's never been officially confirmed? He was in a gang. They know he was in the gang. They knew he was kicking it with. And y'all found his body 5 years after being missing. What does that mean? I mean, somebody caught him, did him dirty, rest in peace, and left him in the woods somewhere. It's not hard. What, put himself there? You going camping? We don't do that. We don't do that. Ain't no fucking bear come kill a nigga, man. Talking about it's never been officially reported. Well, I'm officially saying it. What the hell?
On July 23, 2018, a member of 6 Block named Trey D and other 6 Block members such as Bibby, Mitch, and Kenny K decided to go to a yearly reunion held in 1200 territory. A few years prior, members of 1200 went to a reunion in the 45th Street area and taunted their ops, so 6 Block members wanted to do the same thing at the 1200 reunion. This was enemy territory, so they were taking a big risk by going there. Allegedly, an argument occurred between 6 Block and 1200 members when gunfire erupted.
I used to always, when I was outside, we finna go to their hood and stand. No, the nah, you finna do that. I'm not doing that dumbass shit.
We finna ride around with 30 guns and look.
What do you mean, bro? That don't make no sense. Like,
we finna go up to their school.
No, we not, bro. We not doing that shit. I'm not even finna let you do it. That's stupid. We ain't getting on the live. We ain't getting on the story. We ain't taking no pictures. Like, if one of my homies would have ever said that shit, and I don't think they ever would have, we not doing that, folks. We can't do that. I don't know about that.
Witnesses claimed that they heard 25 to 30 gunshots as the crowd took off running. Once the gunfire came to an end, Trey D was discovered lying dead on the ground at just the age of 21. Police recovered 45 shell casings on the scene. It is widely believed that Trey D was allegedly killed by members of 1200, more specifically members of Cut Circle, and they would brag about killing him in songs and on social media. However, no one has ever been charged with this murder.
We was all at the reunion, all of y'all face. Trey D tried that got his ass face.
We was all at the reunion, all of y'all face. Trey D tried that got his ass face.
This was a big loss for 6 Block, as Trey D was a beloved member and was known for being one of 6 Block's main shooters. As a result, 6 Block members were hungry for revenge.
Hell yeah.
Shortly after Trey D's death, two 1200 members named CP3 and Little Papa and one of their friends would all get shot in the same incident. They would all survive their injuries, but CP3 and the friend were seriously injured. It is widely believed that members of 6 Block were allegedly responsible for the shooting. Soon after this, 6 Block members would allegedly kill a beloved member of 1200.
See, I just keep going.
On August 24, 2018, a 6 Block member named Bibby, real name Adrian Gaynor, and another 6 Block member by the name of Kenny Caps, real name Robert Howard, attended a football game at Rains High School. During the football game, a fight broke out between them and members of 1200 that were there as well. All of them were kicked out of the game and were hanging around in the parking lot. Eventually, as tension built in the parking lot, gunfire erupted. As the gunfire came to an end, a member of 1200 named Spazz, real name Gerard Adams, was located deceased at the scene with a single gunshot wound. Another male victim and female victim were located with gunshot wounds and transported to local area hospitals for treatment. One of the victims originally stated to police that Kenny shot him. Upon further questioning, the victim admitted he never saw the suspect with a firearm, but provided details about an earlier dispute where the suspect told him somebody's going to die tonight. 2 witnesses came forward and stated they saw Kenny with a firearm on the night of the incident. One of the witnesses stated that he saw an earlier confrontation during the football game between Spazz and Kenny. The witness claimed he saw Kenny approach Spazz after the football game in the courtyard. The witness was shown a photo spread and identified Kenny as being the person he saw retrieve a gun from his waistband and point the gun at Spazz. He did not see the suspect pull the trigger because he began to run once he saw the firearm, but heard multiple gunshots approximately 25 seconds later. A female eyewitness stated she saw Kenny, whom she personally knows, confront Spazz after the football game. She claimed that she saw the suspect retrieve a gun from his waistband and shoot Spazz. As she was fleeing the scene, she heard additional gunshots. She was shown a single photograph of Kenny and confirmed that he was the person she saw shoot Spazz. Multiple shell casings were recovered from the scene, and ballistic analysis indicated all the shell casings were fired from one firearm. Both of the witnesses would later go on to recant their statements that Kenny was the shooter, and they refused to testify. In fact, one of the witnesses was arrested for perjury for doing so. A member of 1200 named Will was accused of being one of the witnesses that snitched on Kenny. Kenny was charged with 1 count of second-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder for this incident. However, multiple years into his sentence, Kenny's charges were downgraded to manslaughter and his sentence was reduced to 5 years in prison. He was released earlier this year and has since started making music. On August 8, 2019, 2 members of 1200 named Leeke and John Akafool were hanging out outside when a white van with black writing on the side pulled up beside them. The person in the van opened fire on them, and tragically John was shot in the head and declared dead at the scene at just 17 years old. Leeke, who was also 17 years old at the time, was shot 10 or 11 times but survived his injuries. Paperwork would later be released by the police, claiming that a member of 6 Block named Rasta was one of the primary suspects for this murder. According to the paperwork, a random inmate agreed to tell police information about John's murder. The inmate told police that Rasta had been bragging about killing John and that Rasta said he killed John because John and his friends allegedly robbed one of Rasta's trap houses. The inmate would later switch up his statement and refuse to wear a wire, so there wasn't enough evidence.
Why would you? I don't understand why anybody I don't know. That's just some shit I would never understand. Why would you go catch a body and then talk about it? That don't make no sense to me. It never has.
I caught a body. I smoked that nigga.
It's really eating you up inside, gang. If you can't mentally prepare yourself for that shit, you don't need to be doing it, bro. Like I don't understand. Like, you know, like you rob a nigga and you call the police. Hey, I did it. What you rob him for then? You should have just went to the police and asked them to be in jail.
Evidence to charge Rasta. Rasta is currently serving 20 years in prison for attempted murder charges from a different incident.
That nigga was born in 2003. Bro, that nigga, what they must have just cause they cut him bald. He had dreads or something. It's probably just cause he bald, but that nigga looked 49, man.
For attempted murder charges from a different incident. On August 12, 2019, 3 members of a gang called MBG named Von 5, Ace Cho, and Fredo Rockout were sitting in a parked vehicle on 1620 West 5th Street when they were shot. All 3 victims were transported to UF Health Hospital, where Ace Cho would tragically be pronounced dead at just 17 years old. The other 2 survived their injuries. Crime scene detectives recovered 7.62 shell casings from the scene. Von 5 was interviewed by the police and told them that he was set up by a female he had never met before. He said he was communicating with the female over Instagram and they agreed to meet up at the 1525 West 5th Street location. Shortly after acknowledging his arrival at the determined location over his Instagram account to the female, 2 male suspects began shooting into his vehicle from a vacant lot directly across from his location. The unknown female was identified and subsequently arrested. She admitted to participating in luring Vaughn to the location to be shot, and she gave up the name of one of the shooters. The shooter was a 1200 member named Joey Adams. Joey is actually the blood brother of the 1200 member named Spazz that was killed a year prior to this. The police searched Joey's phone and found text messages of him admitting to trying to kill Vaughn and his friends because Vaughn had been dissing his brother Spazz. While searching his text messages, the police were able to find the second shooter. The second shooter was a member of 1200 named Creep. All three are currently locked up, and Joey and Creep are facing life in prison for Ace Cho's murder.
Oh, Jesus Christ. When they try to kill Foolio girlfriend. What the f is going on? Why y'all niggas still in Jacksonville? Bro, I would have drove to Tampa Bay or somewhere, goddammit. North Carolina, Atlanta, or something. Shit. Y'all stressing me out, folks. Hell no. Nigga come from my girlfriend. I don't, man, listen.
One of the people that 1200 hates the most
but
is the rapper.
That's why, bro, you got, and somebody need to tell Foolio, bro, shut the up. It's one thing to be in the streets, bro, but all that, every day you on live, every day you talking crazy, every single song you dissing Opps, you getting shot, and you still talking crazy, gang, shut up. Like, as with love, I tell you to shut the hell up, bro. Because I don't want to see nothing happen to you, and I damn sure don't want to see nothing happen to nobody around you because the shit you talking, gang. You feel me? You gotta think about shit like that, bro.
Foolio, as he is the most well-known 6 Block member. On April 30th, 2020, Foolio's girlfriend at the time named Boobin Baby drove to the store in Foolio's car to buy snacks. As she was sitting at the light, she had her left hand on the steering wheel and she was holding her phone with her right hand. As she was waiting at the light, a shooter pulled up beside the car and opened fire. She was grazed in the head by a bullet.
Girls, no. Like, no matter what, I don't know how girls be by themselves, you know what I'm saying? But I know girls don't be on point like niggas do. But, cause when I'm with, I ain't gonna lie, any girl that I'm with, like, I always get this shit too. Like, always, the girls always say, I don't be paying attention to nothing when I'm with you. I just be with you. Like, I don't be thinking about nothing for real. I just be with you, like, you know? But that's cause they know any girl I win, I for real, I will die right here before I let something happen to you. That's just how I'm coming. You feel me? But when girls be by themselves, she ain't on point clutching like this. You know, at the gas station, girls ain't like that.
And was shot in the knee and the hand. Thankfully, she was able to escape without any life-threatening injuries.
Oh, I remember that.
Tragically, getting shot in the hand caused her to lose one of her fingers. It is widely believed that one of 1200's top shooters named Leeke was the one that allegedly shot Foolio's girlfriend that day. In fact, Foolio admitted in a song that Leeke was the one that shot his girlfriend.
Shot my car twice and hit my bitch, not Leeke, rest in peace.
Shot my car twice and hit my bitch, not Leeke, rest in peace.
On May 3rd, 2020, at around 2:30 p.m., a member of A Block named Petey, real name Antoine Williams, and
how long is this video? Bro, hell no. Hell no. It ain't got no 10 more minutes. A nigga's dying, shorty. What the?
3 other men were sitting in a car on the 2100 block of Brooklyn Road when a gunman hopped out of a white Kia sedan and began shooting at them. Jacksonville Sheriff's Office said that a gunfire detection system picked up at least 33 shots fired during the incident. Investigators later said more than 50 total shots were fired. Tragically, Petey was shot and killed at just 18 years old, and the 3 other people with him that day were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The shooter back into the white sedan and got away. It is widely rumored that he was allegedly killed by a member of 1200 named Leeke. However, this has never been officially confirmed. If you know anything about drill music, then you know that diss tracks are the staple of it. One rapper in particular dropped one of the most disrespectful songs in all of Jacksonville. The name of that rapper was Jumpout Squeeze, and on June 19th, 2020, he dropped a song called Opps Shit. In that song, he disses nearly every single dead member of 1200. Prior to releasing the song, an attempt on Jumpout's life had already been made as he was shot previously, but he survived that incident. Getting shot didn't scare Jumpout or stop him from continuing to make diss records. Sadly, just 10 days after releasing his most disrespectful song,
10 days.
Jumpout with tragic
10 days after it, bro, I don't know why niggas be coming on these tracks making the crazy ass diss songs like, gang. How many rappers gotta die a week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 days, the next day after they drop a crazy disrespectful song? I don't understand why niggas do that. The niggas is already dead. They're not a problem anymore. If you catch your Opps top shooter, you got all 3 of their top shooters. What would I piss? Why would I get on a song and piss them off even more so they can come with us? You get what I'm saying? We already got them. Only thing we need to do now is survive and get rich so we can get the hell on. We not gonna do that dissing niggas, man. They already gone, man. That's how I look at shit. You feel me? Cause most times, bro, when a nigga slide, and I know, gang, shit be because off impulse. It be because nigga popped the pill and he feeling too, he just emotional. Or a nigga been crying all week, or nigga just been tweaking, or he just been missing his homie like shit. So he get mad and call his go to the other homie house and be like, hey boy, I'm trying to get back for that shit. Piss me off. You like, come on. It ain't too much thought that go into this shit. That's why niggas be sliding. They just get caught up in 5 days because they ain't got no plan, no nothing. They just throw a mask on, all black, and go to the block. Most time they just get lucky. A nigga be standing right there. Oh yeah, we catch him. We gonna hurt them if we get him. Let's get his ass. You feel me? It don't be, okay, we gonna go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We gonna stake out on Friday. We gonna be here. When you come around the corner, I'm gonna be right there. We gonna do this like that, like that, like that, like that. It don't be planned, gang. So what does that mean? That means if you disrespecting niggas on songs, that means that you nigga see that and be like, we gon' I'm gonna make sure I whack his ass now. If you wouldn't have said nothing, they might have. I'm trying to help.
Be shot and killed while waiting in line to apply for a job at an Amazon warehouse. On June 29, 2020, Jumpout was standing.
Come on, bro. You gonna go to the Amazon store? You gonna try to get a job? No. Northside Duval County, bro. You gotta at least lead it. Come on, gang. You gotta lead the county, bro. Rest in peace, bro. You gotta at least lead the county, bro. You can't go to goddamn truck. And this is why I be telling niggas that don't be from the streets at all, gang. Like, you gotta really understand. You can't just lead the streets. That's why a lot of these niggas be dived all the way neck high in that shit. Cause what I'm gonna go do, get a job so they can kill me while I'm waiting at work, or kill me while I'm serving patties and they see me outside McDonald's and wait outside till I get off, and what the hell I'm gonna do? So niggas just embody that street shit all the way. That's why you see niggas in the camera with pipes and they like, what we doing? Cause I ain't really got no other option. That's how a lot of them feel. You do got another option. Here it is. Move states, get as far away you from Jacksonville, take your ass to Seattle. It's cheaper than take your ass to Arizona somewhere. Cheap than the goddamn shit. Some college town. You hear me? Iowa somewhere or some shit. You ain't gotta worry about no ops. Get you a job. Start your online business. Once that online business start popping, you can move your ass to LA, New York, Dubai, whatever. That's what I say. Even rapping. You can rap in Arizona somewhere. You can rap in Seattle. You releasing the shit. Put it on YouTube. Somebody will find it.
In line with about 7 other applicants at the Amazon Fulfillment Center shortly before 2 p.m. when 2 men jumped out of a silver Hyundai sedan and took aim at him. The suspects ran directly up to him and indiscriminately began shooting handguns in his direction. 29-year-old man near him was grazed in the arm, while the other 22-year-old victim was hit in the foot. Once the shooting stopped, the gunmen ran back to their car, driven by a third person, and fled the scene.
Got out of there.
Tragically, Jumpout would pass away in this incident at just the age of 20. Peace, it is believed that Leeke was allegedly one of the gunmen in this incident. In fact, in an Instagram post, a 1200 member by the name of Greenlight seemingly hinted that Leeke was allegedly responsible. On his
so it's 12. Why is 1200 not cool with 6 Block if it seemed like whoever Leeke gang is, it seemed like he into it with both of them? Enemy of my enemy is my friend. I don't give a shit.
Someone asked him what his favorite memory with Leeke was. In response, he posted a video of Jumpout rapping, thus allegedly hinting that Leeke had something to do with it. On August 8th, 2020, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office responded to a shooting call in the 1500 block of Milner Street. When officers arrived, they found a man nicknamed Sed Glizzy with a gunshot wound. First responders took him to the hospital where he was tragically pronounced dead. A member of 1200 named Spazz, real name Caleb Howard, was one of the 3 people arrested and charged with this murder. He is currently locked up for this, fighting first-degree murder charges and attempted robbery charges.
Right. Mookey. Bro, it's too many people.
On August 9th, 2020, a member of A Block named Mookey, real name Marcus Jackson, was driving on the freeway on Interstate 95 and Dunn Avenue when a car pulled up next to his and opened fire. Mookey was hit and crashed his car. He was rushed to the hospital where he was tragically pronounced dead at just 22 years old. 1200 members diss him constantly.
Okay, see, real quick, there's a few places I'm never going, and if I do go, it's gonna be for some business. And I'm move right. But y'all to be inviting me to come kick it in Jacksonville. Come kick it in DC. I'm gonna show you around. Come kick it in Baltimore. Nigga, I'm not going to these places, bro. Come kick it in St. Louis. Nigga, no. I don't even go back to my city. I don't even go back to Chicago. Bro, if it ain't no palm trees, if it ain't no fine ass women, and it's too many niggas with guns, I'm not going.
Claim responsibility for his death in songs and on social media.
Drop 2 2 3s in the whip bills, me and green like Lil Leeke.
Drop 2 2 3s in the whip bills, me and green like Lil Leeke.
It was me and green right Lil Leeke.
On September 2nd, 2020, at about 1:30 a.m., Leeke was driving a car at the intersection of Atlantic Boulevard and Monument Road when another car pulled up beside him and opened fire. Leake's car was riddled with bullets, and he was taken to a hospital with life-threatening injuries where he tragically passed away. It is widely rumored that an A Block/6 Block member by the name of Kurt was allegedly one of the gunmen responsible for the death of Leeke. Kurt is the brother of Petey, and people believe that he allegedly killed Leeke as an act of revenge. However, this has never been officially confirmed. Kurt is currently locked up fighting attempted murder charges from a different incident.
From a whole nother incident. That's crazy. They have to Spazz 2 times.
Leeke was a very beloved member of 1200, so payback was guaranteed.
Right.
A member of 6 Block named Spazz 2 times would repeatedly diss Leeke on social media and in songs. About 2.5 months after the death of Leeke, Spazz 2 times would be shot and killed. On November 19th, 2020, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office were called to investigate a shooting in the Moncrief neighborhood. The shooting occurred at the Hilltop Village Apartments, which is known to be the primary area where members of 6 Block are from. Officers in Jacksonville Fire Rescue responded to the area for a reported shooting around 7:45 p.m. Upon arrival, Spazz 2 times was found.
Why do the projects always got raw? Parkway Gardens, Hilltop Village, Peachway, Sunrise. This shit in the hood, man.
Found with at least one gunshot wound. The police said he died at the scene. There are many rumors going around surrounding his death. Some believe that he was allegedly killed by members of 1200. Members of 1200 would claim responsibility for his death. Meanwhile, a famous rapper from 6 Block by the name of K Shorty said that Spazz 2 times was killed by a baser, which is another word for a crackhead. To this day, nothing has been officially confirmed, and the person or people responsible have not been caught.
That shit be going on though. It be a lot of J's outside. A J up, boy. You don't even know. A J will do anything for that. What you call it, dude? I'm telling you. And part of anything is catching a body. It's J's that catch bodies just to get free. I'm telling you, gang. Just get a certain amount of, I'm telling you, gang.
On the nights between February 20th and February 20th.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I can't watch this shit no more. I'm done. Bro, god damn. Can we get a break? I can't do it no more, gang. I don't need bro, that shit literally 30 bodies, bro. What that shit is depressing. I don't want to watch this shit no more. I'm finna go eat. Rest in peace to everybody. God damn. This is just I'm not okay. God damn.